In today's NBA, there are quite a handful of talented players that are being held back, whether those circumstances come from injuries, bad management, or a string of bad luck. But what happens when a player chooses to hold themselves back from having an illustrious career? Well, you'd end up with a player like Damian Lillard, who has kind of been in the crossfire of all the circumstances mentioned, while also choosing to stay in a bad situation when he had the chance to leave it. While Damian Lillard is one of my favorite players in all of the NBA, most times it's frustrating to watch such a talented player do amazing things on a nightly basis and fall so short every year on the goal that each of the 30 teams in the NBA arguably fight for. Lillard entered the league in 2012. He seemed destined for great things. He won Rookie of the Year, and he also joined Oscar Robertson and Allen Iverson as the only rookies in NBA history to tally 1,500 points and 500 assists for a single season. He also broke the NBA rookie record for three-pointers, making 185 threes, surpassing Steph Curry's 166 threes in 2009-2010. All this in the first year of his career was so promising to the many fans of Portland, hoping to get another chance at winning a championship since 1977. But since the start of his career, he has fallen into a sort of slump of bad luck, with getting every sort of achievement to decorate his resume without ever getting to an NBA Finals in the 11 years he's been in the league. The closest he has ever gotten was getting to the Western Conference Finals, but every time his team gets that far, injuries happen, or they just completely fall apart offensively and defensively. Even recently in 2022, because Damian Lillard is the key part of this team with no other superstars to step up in his absence, when he got injured and had to go for surgery that would put him out the game for 6 to 8 weeks, his team couldn't pull the weight to bring them to the playoffs and would make Damian miss the playoffs altogether. And what I don't understand about Damian is he seems to feel the need to stay loyal to a team that has never tried to build around his talent. They praise his accomplishments and what his abilities are, but when it comes to helping Dame to be the best he could be, they have no idea where to start. If it were in my hands, I would start with sending Jusuf Nurkic off for a better center that could protect the paint without getting fouled out, while also being able to roll on picks and isn't afraid to draw fouls or finding the next available shot. The next thing I would do is try to get a secondary star that can alleviate the load that Damian has to carry every night. Anthony Simons gets way too much money for the amount of effort and numbers he pumps out, and if they could get someone with the length like Scotty Barnes or a player along those lines, I feel that would help Dame out a lot. Even getting a bunch of role players that are selfless with the ball that can also get it done if it was left in their hands would probably help tremendously. And it doesn't help that Chauncey Billups is kind of a flop in terms of being a successful coach. I know that the front office is in control of who comes to play and how things work, but the coach's job is to fully utilize each piece to their fullest potential, and I think Chauncey hasn't done that at all since he's been the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. His first year of being head coach, he won just 32% of the games played, and the year after that, he won 40%, making his average win percentage 36%, which is not enough statistically to get a solid place in the playoffs. I personally just feel like Damian Lillard is putting in all this effort, but in the end will get nowhere because of his loyalty to this team. For having such a decorated resume, it sucks to see that one of the accomplishments that isn't on that list is a championship, and I'm hoping to a higher power that there's something that can convince Dame that he doesn't need to do it on his own for it to get done. If he could team up with any superstar, stretch, or big, I'm almost positive that he could make it all the way to the finals and almost definitely win a ring. All in all, Damian needs to find a way to stop being so loyal to such a disorganized team and realize that the only way he'll win anything is by teaming up with someone who can help carry the load. Dame is a great player, but as he gets older, his window for success grows thinner and thinner, and it would be sad to see such a phenomenal player end his career empty-handed. As we near the end of this video, I want to ask, do you think Dame's legacy will be tarnished if he doesn't win at least one ring? How do you feel about him trying to stay loyal to Portland? And what team do you think he would fit best on if he were to get traded? Let me know in the comments your thoughts, and if you made it this far, make sure to like the video. Subscribe if you enjoy basketball content like this, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.